All right, folks, buckle up because we got a wild one today. We're about to dive into what happens when the Brownwood Police Department decides that a 70-year-old man maintaining his own front yard is somehow a criminal mastermind. I'm talking about Joe Cookie. Yes, that's his real name. And this man is about to get confronted by police over accusations of arson. Arson! For burning some grass during a local burn ban. Now look, I'm not a lawyer, but I've seen enough of these encounters to know when something smells like overreach. And folks, this one is about to reek. We're going to break this down piece by piece, watch what these officers do, and ask the questions nobody in that department apparently thought to ask. This is police overreach in its purest form, and you're going to see exactly why. If you love exploring body cam footage just like me, then hit that subscribe button.
Do we have an exact address? Up there burning. Yep. So that meets the criteria for ice. It's a burn ban, and it's qualifies as arson. Hey, sir. How you doing? I'm Officer Holder with the Brownwood Police Department, and we're here about the burning the grass here.
Burning the grass. Well, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
Okay. Singeing the grass is less than creating a dam. I guess somebody called you. Singeing
Somebody
the
did
grass.
call us.
Singeing the grass is less than creating a charcoal fire in my backyard. This is a ham radio tower authorized by the Federal Communications Commission. I'm trying to kill the grass burrs in the damn yard.
Okay.
There's no grass fire. No one's burning leaves.
Okay, sir. So, do you have your ID on you?
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to give you my ID. I don't
Okay, sir. Turn your hand and put your hand behind your back. You're under arrest for arson.
Arson. Arson. Oh, good God! You got to be kidding me. Y'all are some of the dumbest I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, you're welcome to your opinion, sir, but it doesn't really matter to me.
Arson.
If you knew the statute, you would understand what it is.
All right, so right off the bat, arson. Arson. This officer just told a 70-year-old man that singeing some grass in his own front yard is arson. Let that sink in for a second. Joe Cookie is out here trying to kill grass burrs around his ham radio tower, which, by the way, he points out is authorized by the FCC, and Officer Holder's immediate response is to threaten him with an arson charge. Now watch what happens when Joe refuses to hand over his ID. The officer doesn't explain probable cause, doesn't cite the specific statute, doesn't do any of the things you'd expect from someone who actually understands the law they're supposedly enforcing. Instead, I'll turn your hand and put you on your back for arrest for arson. And Joe's reaction? Y'all are some of the dumbest I've ever seen. Look, I'm not saying that's the most diplomatic response, but can you blame him? This man is standing in his own yard, and he's being told that burning some seeds constitutes arson. Here's what gets me. When Joe asks Officer Holder to explain what arson actually is, you know what the response is? You can talk to your attorney, and they can get all that in court. That's not an answer. That's an admission that this officer doesn't actually know the elements of the crime he's charging this man with. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but from what I understand about Texas arson statutes, you need intent to damage property. Where's the intent here? Where's the damage?
Tell me.
Step this way, sir.
Hey, just
I don't answer questions, sir.
Ease up. Ease up.
Walk with me.
Ease up.
Watch your mouth, sir.
No, I don't need to watch my mouth. You're a mother.
Yeah? Well, what are you? What are you?
I'm a straight guy.
Are you?
You're a dumb.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm a what? You got your body cam going?
What do you think?
You got, well, I hope you do.
Cause what? Cause what?
Arson, I'm burning what? I'm burning seeds. Can you fix this thing right here?
All right, sir, go and stand right here for me. You got anything on me that's gonna pinch me, poke me, or problem?
I don't have anything on
me. All right, well, don't be grabbing anything.
No, and you wanted my ID, and you decided you would arrest me because I didn't give you, and you're arresting me for what?
I've already explained the charge to you, sir. It's for arson. Okay?
What? Arson. Explain to me what arson is.
You can talk to your attorney and they can get all that in the court.
I don't need to talk to my attorney. I'm going to f you over, son.
What does that mean exactly? Go ahead and elaborate that for me.
No, I'm going to have your job.
No, really?
Yes, you're an idiot.
Okay.
You're an idiot.
You're welcome to your opinion. Everybody's got one.
Yeah, you're an idiot. You're dumb.
Keep talking.
And so is Goodman. But I know you're an idiot. So you're arresting me for arson. Arson.
I haven't got his ID yet. I'll give that to you momentarily.
Got it? You want me to keep holding?
Yeah, let me hear what you did. You said, give me your ID. I said, I'm not going to give it to you.
All right,
and you arrested me because I wouldn't give you your ID. But I only have to.
Back there.
I only have
This
to.
way, sir.
636 Brownwood. I've got 27 when you're ready.
70.
Okay, I'm not being rough with you.
Okay.
Go this way. Walk with me.
It'll be Joe Cooksey, white male. He'll be under arrest for arson.
And now we get to the part where this goes from absurd to downright infuriating. Watch what happens next. So Joe refuses to hand over his ID, which, by the way, he's got every right to question why they need it. And Officer Holder's response, I'll turn your hand and put you on your back for arrest for arson. Just like that. No investigation, no assessment of actual damage, no understanding of what arson even is under Texas law. This man is 70 years old, standing in his own front yard, trying to kill grass burrs so he can plant seeds. And now he's being walked to a patrol car in handcuffs for arson. Let that sink in. And here's the systemic problem I need you to understand. This doesn't happen in a vacuum. Officers don't wake up one day and decide to arrest elderly homeowners for yard maintenance. This is trained behavior. This is a department culture that rewards compliance extraction over common sense. Officer Holder didn't care about the burn ban. He cared that Joe wouldn't immediately bow down and hand over identification. The moment Joe pushed back, lawfully, I might add, it became about control, not public safety, not fire prevention, control. You hear Joe say it himself. You arrested me because I wouldn't give you my ID. And Holder doesn't even deny it. He just keeps saying arson, like repeating the word makes it true. This is what wrongful arrest looks like, folks. Creative policing at its absolute worst.
You got him for a second, Goodman? All right, give me just a minute. 636 Brownwood. I just had I believe somebody call up. I got a 28 for you. Nora Boy 9395. Nora Boy 9395. White pickup. Hello.
I'm dropping my son off.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
In front of my house.
Oh, sorry about that. We'll be out of your way in just a minute. Y'all welcome to go in here. Can you turn in that driveway? Maybe you can make it.
I'm dropping him out and going.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. 636 Brownwood. That's going to be an uninvolved party. They're dropping off a child at a house next door. Yeah.
You need anything from me?
Nah, I just get pictures of this. You might check with Goodman and him. Somebody needs to stay with him and watch him. Okay. See if his house is locked or if he wants us to lock it or what.
I take it y'all don't get along with that guy?
Well, that's beside the point. It's the, it's a violation of the statute. And we're in a burn ban.
Yeah, for sure. It was laying in the grass, but it was still kind of warm, so I picked it up and put it in there.
Okay, appreciate that. All right. Do y'all need anything else from us? Anything?
No, sir. I'm just waiting on Jody's going to come out here.
Okay.
And there it is, right there. You hear that at the end? It's against city ordinance, not arson. City ordinance. Even his own colleague knows this isn't arson. Look, I'm not a lawyer, but let me break this down for you because apparently the Brownwood Police Department needs the help. A burn ban, a local burn ban, is typically a civil ordinance violation. We're talking about a fine, maybe a warning. You know what it's not? A felony arson charge. Arson requires intent to damage property. This man is on his own property trying to kill grass burrs so he can plant seeds. He's maintaining his yard. The officer even admits in that conversation, we're in a burn ban. Yeah, a burn ban, not a commit arson situation. Watch how they talk among themselves versus how they talk to Mr. Cooksey. With him, it's arson, 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 threat, intimidation, arrest. But between officers, it's against city ordinance. They know. They know the difference, and they chose to escalate anyway. This is what happens when officers either don't understand the laws they're enforcing, or they do understand and they don't care. Either way, it's a problem. You've got a 70-year-old man in the back of a cruiser for what should have been, at most, a conversation and maybe a citation. Private property rights matter, folks. The distinction between a burn ban violation and arson matters. And the fact that these officers conflated the two to justify this arrest, that's not a mistake. That's over-policing. That's using the weight of the law to punish someone for not immediately complying.
Police cruiser.
This way, sir. This way, sir.
Just ease up.
Okay.
Ease up. I'm 70 years old.
Okay, I'm not being rough with you. We're going this way. Walk with me. Good, lock your car.
He asked me for, your hands are cold, they feel good.
It's a little chilly today.
Yeah. So, he asked me for
Your car?
my ID. There's no reasonable argument. I'm
There you go,
not
sir. If you'll
committed.
go ahead and step inside for me, okay?
Well, you're gonna have to help me. I'm
Yes, sir, I can help you. I won't let you fall. Take a step up if you can, okay? I won't let you fall.
No, fuck, I can't take a step up.
There you go. Yeah.
These things are too damn tight.
Okay, we'll get them taken care of as soon as we get you in the car, okay?
Well, I'm trying to get into the car. I'm not resisting.
I know.
He
I
wanted
know.
my ID, and he arrested me because I wouldn't give him my ID. I only have to ID if I'm under arrest. Can you just grab my help me?
Okay, I'll tell you what. You lift right here. You ready? All right, go ahead. There you go. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Well, you need to loosen up these cuffs.
Okay. When we get you in here, I can help you with the cuffs, okay?
Yeah, because they're.
All right, are you in there pretty good? Turn this way and let me take a look at the cuffs here real quick, okay?
Yeah, they're tight.
So that's 2 fingers right there,
Well, whatever you got going.
and that's 2 fingers right there, okay? They're not too tight, so I'm going to leave them how they are.
I'm guilty of arson. Oh, God almighty. You.
Mr. Cooksey, I just explained, I was able to get 2 fingers on both sides of your cuffs, okay?
But they're too. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm almost 70 years old.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get the grass burrs out of my yard, and I know who you are. I know who both of you are.
Okay.
And you know that I've ripped the Brownwood Police Department more than once. But you've got something pinching on the back of my.
What's pinching?
Can you? Well, just look at it.
Hey, Mr. Cooksey.
Maybe. I don't know what you think I'm going to do. I don't have any weapons.
Mr.
on me.
Cooksey, I don't think you're going to do anything. I just told you, look, it's okay. So you're good here. Are you able to get your? All right, let me fix this one for you then.
Yeah,
you can twist your wrist around the proper way, okay?
Well, I don't know how to twist the wrist. Hell.
1 second.
Hey, Mr. Cooksey, is your house locked up, or would you like us to lock it up
No,
for
my
you?
house is not locked. My wife went to get the grandson. Bring her back. I need.
Would you like us to secure your front door locked for you, sir?
No, I don't want you to go into my house.
I'm not going to go into your house, sir.
And you're saying I'm accused of arson.
That's what you're under arrest for, is arson, yes, sir.
Arson. And what is the? Can you give me the elements of arson?
Sir, I'm not the arresting officer.
Oh, you're not.
Give me
who
your
is
wrist
the-
like this, Mr.
who
Cooksey.
is
It's
the-
Officer Holder, the one that put you in handcuffs.
Hold on. He's the arresting officer for arson, and I'm trying to burn my house
All right, do me
down?
a favor, Mr. Cooksey. Let me lock your handcuffs up. So
right.
bend forward for me, okay?
God almighty, that's pitching the.
Sorry, sir. I'm trying to get your handcuffs set, okay?
Well, yeah, well, wait a minute. Before you, can you open? Have you got the window down?
Windows up, windows down. Yes, sir. Windows very down.
Can you get the fire chief over here?
They're doing their business. We got ours
They're not doing their business. There's no f***ing arson. My God
You
almighty.
need anything else, 36? Nothing at all?
Let's just go to jail.
Yeah, same.
Cody, do y'all need anything from us?
Did he get pictures? No. Well, I'll stay and get some.
Okay. I think he took some.
Oh, he took some? Gotcha. Okay, good deal. Good deal.
Chiefs are coming just because of who it is, you know.
Okay.
cover the bases.
Gotcha.
I know we're in a burn ban right now, but
That's against city ordinance.
yeah,
Burn
against
anything
city
like
ordinance.
that. It's got to be contained and with a grill over it.
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
All right, so now we're watching them put this 70-year-old man into a police cruiser. And listen to what he's saying. I'm 70 years old. He's telling them he can't step up into the vehicle. And what do? They just keep pushing forward. Now watch this part. He's asking them to loosen the cuffs. He's telling them something is pinching him in the back. And Officer Goodman does that whole performance of, I can fit 2 fingers, so they're fine. 2 fingers. That's the standard they're going with while this elderly man is clearly in discomfort. Here's what gets me. Joe Cooksey is not resisting. He's literally saying, I'm not resisting. He's cooperating as best as a 70-year-old man physically can with a vehicle that's too damn tall for him to climb into. And instead of acknowledging that, instead of showing basic human decency, they just keep processing him like he's cargo. And then, did you catch it? The other officer comes over and they're chatting about the burn ban like this is just another Tuesday. Meanwhile, this man is sitting in the back of a cruiser, handcuffed, uncomfortable, arrested for maintaining his own yard. This is what happens when compliance becomes more important than common sense, when the process matters more than the person. You've got a man who's lived 7 decades, probably paid taxes in that city his whole life, and they can't even be bothered to treat him with basic dignity. That's not policing. That's processing people like cattle.
Hey, Sarge. So he burned his front yard, had a propane tank in a wagon with the blower torch on it. He did all that, and we're in a burn ban, and the statute is ignition of fire within the city limits in the dwelling if it continues, and burning vegetation. Yeah, I mean, I was reading that, and I'm familiar with the statute. So I'm comfortable with that because we have a, 30 by 30 patch that's burned in front of the yard. And he said he came out of his house and he said, I'm burning grass, I burned this, to put seeds out. And I'm talking about his radio tower here that he's got. So I'm like, okay, you admitted to burning grass in the city. There's your blowtorch and everything. It constitutes arson. Sarge, hang on just a second, and I'm going to send you a picture, okay? I'll send you a couple pictures, hang on. He burned his yard. So I've got him in custody right now. I'm talking with my people. Okay. Are you there? Okay, I just sent those pictures. Okay. Bye. So burning vegetation in the city with propane.
Yeah, it's legal burn.
So I took him for arson.
Oh, it's not arson.
It's not arson, but is it legal burn?
It's just legal burn. Usually they tell them put it out.
Okay. So what class is that?
That one.
All the pictures you need to get.
On
10-4.
laws, I don't know.
Well, the penal code says burning vegetation within the city limits,
Yeah.
whether the fire continues, after the point of ignition or not.
Right. So now if it was the burn over here on his property, that would be arson. But on his
Not on his own property?
Yeah, that's not arson.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And there it is, right there. Did you catch that? The sergeant just told him on camera, that's not arson. That is not arson, but it's an illegal burn. So Officer Holder dragged a 70-year-old man out of his own front yard, slapped cuffs on him, threw him in the back of a cruiser for something that isn't even the crime he said it was. Now watch the confusion here. You've got Holder on the phone trying to justify himself, talking about the penal code says burning vegetation, and the sergeant has to correct him. On his own property, that's not arson. None of that is arson. So let me get this straight. The arresting officer didn't know the difference between arson and an illegal burn. Those are not the same thing. One is a felony, one is a citation, and this man was treated like he committed a felony for maintaining his own yard. This is what happens when officers don't understand the laws they're enforcing. They escalate first, figure it out later. And who pays the price? Joe Cooksey, a 70-year-old man who just wanted to kill some grass burrs. And here's the kicker, the sergeant's solution? Just cite him and release him. Actually, scratch that. Give him a verbal warning and cut him loose. So we went from arson arrest to verbal warning in, 15 minutes? That's not a minor adjustment. That's an admission that this entire arrest was unnecessary from the start. The training failures here are glaring. The policy failures are glaring.
Basically, we'll come over and tell him put it out, and if he had a bunch of burns, then that's when they get to the citation. So.
Hey, Sarge. 123. Hey, I'm out here talking with his fire chief. He says because it's on his own property, it's not going to constitute arson, but it'll still be an illegal burn. Yeah, we'll cite him and release him. Okay, well, I tell you what, you want to give him a verbal warning and just release him? We'll just get him out of here and cut him loose. I don't see the point in that either. But. All right, Mr. Kirk, do you feel step out?
Well, yeah, if I could step out. I have to help me. I'm almost 7.
All right.
Yeah, it's not arson. Y'all just go off on something. You want to hear a funny story?
Not really.
You don't want to hear a funny story?
Not particularly, no.
Yeah, I know. Because you're a head. That's
You're welcome to your opinion, sir.
Yeah, I am. You're a head.
Here you go, sir. Here's your wallet.
Thank you.
You're released.
Good.
I'm out.
You were in the shootout.
Yes, sir.
Damn good shootout. Thank God he showed up, because this is not arson. But when he asked me for my ID when I've committed no crime, I don't have to ID myself because I'm not under arrest, in Texas.
Okay.
And he just jerked me around because I wouldn't give him my ID. It's not arson. I'm just trying to. Oh yeah, he's running off like a. Okay. All I'm doing is trying to kill the grass burst seeds so I can lay my ham radio wires down for an FCC. I'm a licensed FCC operator for emergency communications. Thank God that I'm upset about this. That sure pinched my cuts. He just wanted to jerk off on me.
Okay. Well, Mr. Cooksey, we're going to get out of here and let you back to your business, okay? If there's anything we can do for you, give us a call, okay?
If somebody wants to give me a citation for, this is nothing more than a this is nothing more than a turning my charcoal grill on the back.
Okay, they're not exactly the same thing, but I'll let you talk to Chief Horton about that, okay? If you need us for anything, give us a call, okay?
And there it is. After all of that, the arson accusations, the handcuffs, the dismissive treatment of a 70-year-old man, the confusion among officers about what law was even being broken, it ends with a verbal warning. A verbal warning. Let that sink in. They arrested this man, put him in the back of a cruiser, ignored his complaints about tight cuffs, called it arson. And the resolution? We're going to get out of here and let you back to your business. Are you kidding me? This entire encounter was unnecessary, every single second of it. Joe Cookie was in his own front yard trying to kill grass burrs so he could lay down wires for his FCC licensed ham radio operation. That's it. That's the crime. And Officer Holder decided that warranted an arson charge and an arrest because Joe wouldn't hand over his ID, which, by the way, he had no legal obligation to provide before being lawfully arrested. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but you don't need a law degree to see what happened here. This was ego policing. This was, you didn't comply fast enough, so now I'm going to make your day worse. And the system let it happen until a sergeant had to step in and say, yeah, that's not arson. So here's my question for you. How many times does this happen when there's no body cam, when there's no sergeant to correct the mistake? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you've experienced something like this, I want to hear about it, because this is exactly why we need reform, real training, real accountability, and officers who actually understand the laws they're supposed to enforce.